the fraud with the marijuana. You can get people just go in there and just try to get it for whatever reason. You can do the same thing with Oxycontin. There are people that abuse any number of prescription things, so I don't think it's fair to just scapegoat marijuana because some people don't like it. You can get high as a kite off many things. You can make purple drink off Robitussin. So say you shouldn't have marijuana, it just doesn't make sense to me. And our last story here before we go into more special reports, things going on at the RNC rather. Hundreds of men sleeping on the streets of Queens for a shot at a plumbers union apprenticeship program. And this is pretty much my sign of the times, where you have 1,000 applications are handed out in order on Monday. After tests and interviews, only a percentage are accepted to the 5-year program. And they say that you got a lot of guys fighting for these very few jobs, and that's pretty much the sign of the times. You got all these guys out in the streets and they just really don't have anything for them to do. So that's it for this segment. Stay tuned after this break for more special reports.
It's really great to be here in Cleveland, 2016. A lot of beautiful people here. Americans united, our race, color, and creed, our red blood, loving liberty and loving the First Amendment. I want to salute you for being out here all day. It's just amazing. I tell you, the establishment, George Soros and others, have done everything they can to try to shut down our free speech. They try to destroy our sovereignty. They try to attack our Second Amendment. And everything they've done is blown up in their face. They are failing, and Donald Trump is surging in every major poll across the country. And of course, what's happening is a lot bigger than a Donald Trump or a Ron Paul or an Alex Jones or a Matt Drudge or anybody. It's giant because it's about you and people worldwide. Nationalism, sovereignty, true free market capitalism is rising worldwide as the globalists try to implement their world government. It is dead on arrival. If you think the awakening we've seen so far is big, this planet and the globalists have not seen anything yet. One time, 2 elections ago, they had one day of a 30-mile exclusion zone where you couldn't fly airplanes with banners. I'm trying to get through. One day after we announced we were going to have all 4 days of the DNC and the RNC covered with airplanes flying, as soon as that happened, as soon as that unfolded, they put an exclusion zone on, shutting all aircraft down. That is because they're afraid of free speech. And that's what they always try to do, is come and disrupt people and take over their free speech. These are not liberals. These are anti-free speech, anti-freedom scum who need to get their ass to North Korea. That's what George Soros is trying to overthrow Ukraine and everywhere else, any country that tries to be free. These globalists come in and they cause a bunch of division, they stir up a bunch of racism, and they get everybody fight with each other. And you know what? It isn't working. All this garbage has brought America together. We're coming together, and Americans see through this crap, and people all over the world see through it and know what's happening. So I'm here to tell you, I don't like it when you're cheering me coming up here. I want to salute all of you that are out here in defense of liberty, standing against tyranny. I salute you. The answer to 1984 is 1776. 1776. We're not backing down. We're not giving in. We're not going away. And everything the enemy does to us just makes us stronger. So, she thinks they censored our airplanes. Now we're doing national campaigns for funding where we're going to fly them all over the country. We're going to push even harder with more Hillary for President shirts. How many Hillary for President shirts we got here today? That mean multiple times has been the #1 search term above Brexit and Pokemon Go. That's right. We're even getting Nintendo a run for their money now. So think about that, and think about that long and hard. They're I want to bring my buddy up here real quick, Joe Biggs. Joe, what is your take on this? Have we not defeated the people that thought they shut down our free speech? Have we not given him a big, giant, red, white, blue middle finger? Did you know she is crooked Hillary? You know, that's the thing about memes. When media isn't true, it's really hard to get it going. But when something's true, it's easy to get it going. Like crooked Hillary and Hillary for president. And I tell you, it is absolutely beautiful to see what's happening. Joe, you've been here a few days. My good buddy Joe Biggs, great patriot, Army vet. I mean, I tell you, he's here now fighting for this country. That's the great part about what we're doing is the globalists want to say our veterans, our police, our patriots are the number one enemy. That shows you this is an obvious outside globalist force. Of course they come here and say our veterans and our police are the enemy because they're the enemy. The globalists are the enemy. You guys are beautiful. I have seen so much emotion out here. I love seeing each and every one of those Hillary for Prison shirts. It sends the messages loud and clear across the world. You guys are the best followers ever. You guys are the best. You understand what's going on. You're wide awake. You're not asleep at what's going on. But we're sick and tired of what we've been seeing. That's why we want Donald Trump. That's right. Listen, Trump's a great guy. Has amazing courage. But listen, don't put our faith in any one individual. It's all of us together, the line of liberty, coming together. Nothing's going to be able to turn this around in the end. We're identifying the globalists. We're identifying their program of control. We're identifying what their operations are. And once the general public understands the paradigm, it's game over. Worldwide, globalism and the New World Order are in trouble. All over the planet. The Brexit, all of it, example after example, where people are finding out foreign, multinational, anti-free market corporations that are funding gun control here domestically and open borders. These are the people conquering us. And once we force this into the consciousness, it's over. I cannot keep hammering on enough. And you, here today, I keep going back to you because you are the solution. You are the answer. You are the resistance. You are the reason the globalists is in so much trouble. And so many of you have your own radio shows, your own podcasts, your own websites, your own local radio shows, some of you national shows. That is incredible. You are part of history. You are part of 1776, not just for America, but worldwide, because the American idea is the answer to the globalist program of enslavement. You are the answer. You are the cure to the worldwide tyranny that is the New World Order. And I'm telling you, Donald Trump by being in the arena, Donald Trump by taking action, Donald Trump by doing what he's done, and talking about how we are no longer declaring that we have surrendered to globalist trade, that Hillary is a foreign agent, that Hillary is a foreign agent of the communist Chinese, the Saudi Arabians, and others. No news carried that because it's absolute truth that would destroy her. But it doesn't matter. We got the info out. You got the info out. And everything else he's been doing has simply been absolutely over the top amazing. It has been so incredible. I want to bring a few other little folks up here. Anybody wants to pop in or say something? When's Roger Stone getting here?
Oh, no,
He's late. Hey, they want me to keep going. That's awesome. I'll talk all day if you want. I see Tucker Carlson's son right over there. Tucker Carlson's great hardcore libertarian. Come on over here. Get up here on stage with us. I want to have dinner with these guys. And listen, what's good is Tucker Carlson's been pretty hardcore over the years, pro-gun and stuff, but he's getting more and more hardcore. And that's what's exciting is that we see the information we talk about that was seen as radical becoming mainline. He has to be ready to win. We have to be ready to take the system back and restore the republic. Hey, let's bring the Daily Show guy up here. Just bring the agitator on in here. Just,
Back up!
Sign up for the open.
No, the Democrats are never violent, like the Black Lives Matter events and attacking the Trump people.
I'm not a Democrat either. I'm a Zionist.
I know. But the Daily Show's not a Pentagon weapon program.
I'm not on the Daily Show. I'm on MySpace.
Okay, well, that's good. But listen, I mean, you seem like you're upset.
I want you to have sex with my wife.
So just trying to be shocking.
No, not at all. I really, here's my hotel key. I want you to have sex with my wife.
Sir, I know you're trying to be shocking right now.
Super into Trump. I'm Trump all day, baby. Right? Trump, baby.
All right. Now, you have been up here at the front of the deal. Kind of
Why does my pee-pee come out yellow?
Now I know why folks want to matter. This is an agitator who doesn't want to actually even have speech. He wants to shut down our speech.
That's not true.
That's his job. No. You want me to... You talk about sex, talk about pee-pee.
That's not fair.
Okay. Well, we have children.
Fuel can't melt steel.
We have
the bombs in Tower 7.
Well, I've exposed all that.
Well, I'm with you.
All right.
I'm on your side.
Well, you said something legitimate there.
You're looking for an argument, and I want to know who put the bombs in Tower 7.
The long sought-after pieces exposing the true players behind the funding of the attack on the United States on September 11, 2001 are finally, albeit slowly, being revealed. The Bush family caught in the crosshairs of public outcry, and now the evidence is stacking up. Paul Joseph Watson writes, Bush operative Ron Kaufman was seen pulling committee members from the meeting and begging members not to embarrass the president. The 28 pages were originally classified by the Bush administration in 2002 on national security grounds, but pressure had been building for the release ever since. And now the heavily redacted version of the 28 pages have been released. Adon Salazar writes, while in the United States, some of the September 11th hijackers were in contact with and received support or assistance from individuals who may be connected to the Saudi government. There is information, primarily from FBI sources, that at least 2 of those individuals were alleged by some to be Saudi intelligence officers. The intelligence community also has information, much of which has yet to be independently verified, indicating that individuals associated with the Saudi government in the United States may have other ties to Al-Qaeda and other terrorist groups. Joint inquiry officials also commented that the CIA and FBI's failure to address the Saudi issue was unacceptable. Previously, several law enforcement agents, including the FBI and police, came forward with statements that investigations were inhibited when it came to looking at Saudi Arabia's role. The FBI was thwarted from interviewing the Saudis we wanted to interview by the White House, said former FBI agent and investigator Mark Rossini, who added the White House let them off the hook. Questions still remain given White House advisor Richard Clarke's admitted involvement in removing Saudi officials from the country following the 9/11 attacks. The New York Times reported in 2003 that Clarke had said he agreed to the extraordinary plan because the Federal Bureau of Investigation assured him that the departing Saudis were not linked to terrorism. And now those 28 pages have possibly led down a crooked path right to Hillary Clinton herself. The Nixon-esque Saudi-backed Democratic candidate for President of the United States. Rough numbers show that Hillary's campaign has raked in funding anywhere from 20 to 40% from the Saudi government, spurred on by her close association with the mysterious Huma Abedin. Breitbart reported, the World Assembly of Muslim Youth is specifically named as having connections to terror funding and support for a number of worldwide terror groups. The Abedin family business is an academic group called the Institute for Muslim Minority Affairs that is based in the London offices of the World Assembly of Muslim Youth and its parent organization, the Muslim World League. Page 24 of the 28 pages discusses Osama bin Laden's half-brother and says in part, according to the FBI, Abdullah bin Laden has a number of connections to terrorist organizations. He is the president and director of the World Arab Muslim Youth Association and the Institute of Islamic and Arabic Science in America. Both organizations are local branches of non-governmental organizations, NGOs, based in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. In 1998, the CIA published a paper characterizing WAMI as an NGO that provides funding, logistical support, and training with possible connections to the Arab Afghans Network, Hamas, Algerian extremists, and Philippine militants. Although the 28 pages make no mention of Abedin at all, the information in the 28 pages lays out a timeline of events during the planning and execution of the 9/11 terror attack. that shows that, at all times, Huma Abedin was working for both Hillary Clinton and the WAMI organization, the Institute for Muslim Minority Affairs. The whole plan is now blind